Hey there, welcome to or back to my channel. For today's video, I started here in my entrance because unfortunately soon it will be torn down. I recently decided to restart and flatten my island. There's been so many amazing and beautiful custom paths and design codes that have come out since I started, and in order to utilize these, I had to basically restart. The 12 spaces I had held up with these brick edges just had to go, plus I wanted to go for a more natural look anyway. Moving on to my latest project, this is Aurora's restaurant. If you haven't had Aurora, she loves baking and cooking, so I decided to give her this whole restaurant for herself. Unfortunately, however, the only time I've ever seen her in or use it was in her cute little chef's outfit on the title screen, but even if no one used it much, I'm still super happy with how it came out, especially the terraforming. To understand how this build all started, I have to go pretty far back. This place originally looked a lot different. Admittedly, it isn't the prettiest thing in the world, but I felt like I was onto something with the furniture, so I decided to remodel it. This was a pretty lengthy process considering I hit every day when I time travel, and I started in the early fall and finished mid-winter, but I think it was worth it. Similar to my campsite video I made, I took a bunch of progress videos I can go through. The main goal of this remodel was to make things look more natural, using less paths and closing it off a little more. I also knew I wanted this stage for music because I didn't have one anywhere else on the island. I mean, it's not like they use it, but I can say I have one. After placing all the furniture, it was time to get to work with terraforming. To achieve most of my natural looking terraforming, I go one layer at a time, and I make sure I'm happy with the cliffs before I even touch the water. I make sure it's taking up as much space as I'd like, and decide if I want any extra room for trees or anything else. Then I start with the waterfalls. If I'm going for this more natural look, I usually try to keep the falls a max of 3 blocks wide. Any more than that is fine, I just like them smaller for the aesthetic I'm going for. After that, I did a little more planning. I always put light dirt spots under shrubs and dark under flowers. So usually when designing, I'll place these down first before planting them. That way I can make sure I'm happy with the placement and spacing of them all. It honestly just helps save time and shovels in the long run. Next up was getting said shrubs planted. I added this spot to be a little butterfly garden with this cute little blanket I made, and then I connected all the water from the waterfalls up here to the main water system I had just below it. I could have ended things here with some flowers, but around this time I decided to add the statues. I did have to adjust the cliffs a little to get them to fit how I wanted, but I feel this was one of the best decisions I made in this project. The last finishing touches I added was this painting spot to fill this empty space, some furniture that went with the statues like the planter and the bird bath. I changed the stage a little, and I added some lighting. I never quite finished the little butterfly garden because Flick didn't show his face enough, but I'll definitely finish this area in my new island's design somewhere. By the way, the code for the blanket I made and all the other design codes will be down in the description if you're looking for them. And that's about it for this build and video. I hope you enjoyed and it maybe helped inspire you in some way. If you have any questions or suggestions for my new island, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and your time, and I hope to see you in my next video.